and you've actually mentioned a very important aspect as regards the need for especially SMEs, where you mentioned having engaged with businesses to realize that one thing is common, the tools to use and all of that. So I'm sure we have a lot of maybe businesses here, or maybe some that will also join the call, that we get to find their place and why the tools will be needed for them and how they can maximize those platforms. So you talked about the Google Forms. Casper also mentioned the payment, especially people having issues. I know a lot of us, especially Nigeria, we had issues like that where we want to make payments in certain platforms, and we realize that we are not able to because we are using our Naira card and all that. So you now have to open maybe dollar card or so for you to be able to do transactions. So if you're also in other parts of the country, you may also have some challenge like that, and you at a point. So what Casjoe is doing for us right now is giving us a platform to make this thing very easy. The ERP is there, and also mentioned recruitment, even payment of salaries and all of that. So, and this is really very interesting. I can see some other persons joined us. Thank you very much. If you are just joining us, please, we are like to see your name in the comment section, your location, where you are joining us from. Again, my name is Faith Desmond. I'm the anchor for this program. And okay, so I can see that Kayode dropped is after we mentioned that. So Kayode from Ogun State, Nigeria. Yes, you are welcome, everyone. So please, if you've not done that, we would like to still meet you. We want to know where you're joining us from. We also want to know maybe your name. Yes. So I'd like to know your name and also where you're joining us from. So while that is coming on board, I'm going to be inviting um, our next, our first guest speaker for today. That's our first keynote speaker for today. But before I bring her up on board, I'd like to also, okay, so I can see Precious from Port Harcourt. Yes, yes, yes. So welcome, Precious. Really nice to have you join. Oh, I can see Emmanuel joining from Lagos State. Oh, yeah, welcome. So I can see a lot. Okay, should I say, I want to see how many people from same location. We want to see how many, maybe the numbers, the one that will top the list. So I can now see Cedric from Port Harcourt. You're welcome. And I'm seeing two Port Harcourt, right? And yes, I can see, yeah, I'm in Lagos, so maybe two Lagos. So I can see Ogun State as well. I see Canada. I see, oh, three Port Harcourt. Yeah, so currently Port Harcourt is topping our list. So if your friends they are not here right now, please, you want to get them to join us quickly. So because they will really need to hear from our keynote speakers as they're joining, and we have lineup of interesting topics that our speakers will just be speaking around, and you have opportunity to ask your questions. So you can start using the comment section, and if you also want to share something, maybe you can also indicate. There is an option there here on the platform, on the Zoom app, for you to raise your hand. So you can indicate with the raise of hand, and we'll just call on you to say whatever you want to say. If you have a question, maybe feedback or recommendation, we are like to hear that as well. So, but before I call on the keynote speaker, I'd like to hear from someone. Maybe you are here right now. During the opening address by Casper, he mentioned the challenges some businesses have when it comes to accessing tools that they can easily use for their business. So if you have an experience to share, maybe you just want to say that briefly before we start hearing from our keynote speaker. So anyone that'd like to share an experience, maybe you have one or two, you just want to say, okay, yes, I actually I want to confirm that, like maybe I've had experience like this in my business, or maybe I've engaged someone that actually has certain experience like what Casper mentioned. So if you have something like that you want to share, you can raise your hand and we'll just call on you briefly. Or otherwise, you can use the comment section. It's also fine. Oh, so I can see. Okay. So if you want to say something, you just raise your hand so we'll see you and we can actually call on you. So I see Manzi also from Sinji Academy from Abba. Wow, you're welcome. So now I can see Abba. So maybe we need to get more states represented, yeah? So you can reach out to your friends, tell everyone if they registered for this program, they should be here. If they've not registered, maybe they want to quickly register so that they can get the link to quickly join us. So while we are waiting, I was expecting to see a feedback, but if we're not getting that, so we'll just move on. So the next, I want to call on the keynote speaker, and this is going to be a very interesting topic. And okay, so yeah, so the link to this meeting has been shared on the chat. So you can check that and share with your friends, with your colleagues, and everyone that needs to be in the session. They need to come and hear how digitalization is going to transform or is already transforming businesses and how they can harness it and the kind of potential that await or lies ahead of them. And also opportunity to hear from our amazing keynote speakers, opportunity to also ask questions too, because yes, you can ask questions, and we have our specialists around, consultants, trainers, speakers to respond to questions. So I can see something in the chat. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Okay, so we'll just move on right away, and I'm going to be inviting our first keynote speaker for the first session. I know she has been on the call since. Yeah, she joined early, so I'm going to be reading her profile. So she's actually going to be talking on the topic, the human side of change, leading with integrity and purpose in a digital world. Wow. So the human side of change. So how you can lead with integrity and purpose in a digital world. So now we're going to be inviting. I will just read a brief of her profile before she comes up on board. So we are going to be inviting Dr. Ramali Brooker. So she's actually an accomplished leader with a doctorate in ministry and extensive experience in executive and administrative roles with a strong background in teaching, mentoring, and organizational management. She excels at coordinating operations and creating environments where people and systems thrive, known for her calm and approachable leadership style. So Dr. Brooker dedicated to integrity, professionalism, and driving meaningful impact through excellence in education and administration. Please, with a virtual clap, I'm going to be welcoming her up on board right now. So please, I want to see the virtual clap coming in, please. And you can also share the love emojis as to make welcome Dr. Brooker to take over the session. All right, so over to you. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody is doing well. It's a joy and honor to be part of the Casper Joe launch, virtual launch. Thank you, Casper Joe, for inviting, and thank you to each one of you for joining us today. My name is Dr. Ranmali, and I'm joining you from Canada. I'm grateful to be here with you as we begin this important conversation on the human side of change, where integrity, purpose, and our shared humanity shape the future we are building together. As John Maxwell reminds us, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That truth is at the heart of my message. Today, we are exploring the human side of change, how integrity shapes trust, how purpose gives direction, and how our shared humanity guides every transformation we lead. Let's explore how this truth can guide our actions in a digital, ever-changing world. My goal is to give you insights and practical guidance to make change real, sustainable, and people-centered. Technology evolves rapidly. People move at a pace of trust. Let's look at how leaders can shape change with authenticity, purpose-driven choices, and a human-focused mindset. Let's begin by looking at the reality of change in today's world. Change happens faster than ever before. Systems can evolve overnight. People need time, clarity, compassion to adjust. From my experience across ministry, counseling, education, and administrative leadership, I've seen sustainable transformation happens when leaders intentionally honor the human experience. Technology amplifies the leader's existing approach, cannot replace human element. If this is the reality, the next question is, why does change often fail? Research and decades of leadership experience show that change rarely fails because of technology. It fails because people aren't emotionally prepared. Humans are wired for connection, meaning when people feel unheard or unseen, even the best strategies fall apart. Fear, uncertainty, and misaligned values creates barriers that no system alone can overcome. So how do we prevent that? This brings us to the human side of change. Human side of change focus on emotions and relationships, not just processes. Emotional adoption is more important than technical adoption. When people feel included, fear decrease, ownership increase. Inclusion is not just invitation, it is empowerment. When people know their voice matters, they move through discomfort and confidence. Truth becomes the foundation for real transformation. A key part for this is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means it begins with understanding ourselves, you and us, and others. It is essential for leadership, especially in digital environment. Leaders who practice empathy, active listening, emotional awareness, adaptability, creative psychological safety. Psychological safety in turn, acceleration, innovation, and engagement. Without it, even sophisticated digital tools cannot drive meaningful change. Emotional intelligence is vital, but integrity is equally important. Integrity is not just moral, it's a practical leadership power. Leaders who walk in integrity build trust, create stability, and reduce fear. When people know a leader whose words match actions, teams feel safe navigating change. In times of uncertainty, character matters more than strategy. Integrity is the foundation of every meaningful change. Bible says, Proverbs 10:9, whoever walks in integrity walks securely. When our actions align with our values, we build trust and influence that lasts. So what does integrity looks like in practice? Integrity is alignment between words and actions. It does not mean perfection. It means showing up consistency, courageous communication, humility, holding oneself accountable, following through. When leaders model integrity, teams feel supported, respected, and safe, allowing change to happen with confidence. Integrity is not who you are when things go right. It's who you choose to be when everything is tested. I'm going to repeat that again. Integrity is not who you are when things go right. It's who you choose to be when everything is tested. All alongside integrity, purpose and hope guide people. Purpose gives a meaning to today. Hope gives momentum to tomorrow. When people understand both, anxious decrease, motivation increase, engagement rises. Hope is an anchor and purpose give meaningful direction, helping them to navigate change with resilience. Purpose is powerful. Let's see why it brings stability. When people connect their work to a larger mission, people become resilient contributors rather than passive. Purpose helps see a bigger picture, understand value, stay motivated, push through discomfort. Leaders who communicate this clearly transform fear into commitment. Now let's talk about practical steps leaders can take every day. Practical leadership practice makes the human side of change real. Key practices we can follow: clear communication, safe space for questions, time for learning, celebrate progress, reduce resistance and build engagement. People do not fear change when they feel accompanied, supported, and seen. One of the quotes comes from John P. Cotter: the heart of change is in emotions. As we embrace technology, we must remember to bring humanity into everything we do. Technology is powerful, but it cannot replace human dignity. Honor and respect elevate teams, nurture excellence, build unity. Nelson Mandela once said, to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. This reminds us that dignity isn't a concept. It's a foundation of every decision we make. Leaders who value contributions, recognize diversity, and protect well-being amplify engagement and results. Finally, let's wrap up the key takeaways. Successful digital transformation is not about systems alone. It begins with people who feel safe, valued, and inspired, the true drivers of change. Change begins within us, and through us, it becomes lasting. As we navigate the digital world, let integrity be our compass, purpose our guide, and the human side of change our mission. Thank you for your time and attention as we lead every change with integrity. Act with purpose and always remember the human heart at the center of it all. Let's carry this mindset forward as we hear from the other speakers today. Thank you.
Wow. That's really amazing. Thank you very much. Mali, please can we give her a virtual clap? Thank you very much. It's actually interesting to know the human side of this, the emotions, also talking about integrity. In fact, who got the definition? Who got the definition? Okay, so I would like to see the virtual clap come in. I would like to see the comment of feedback. Thank you so much. Yeah, so there's something she said too that really, when she actually talked about the integrity, she said it's not really who you are when things go right. Yeah, so it's not just about things going right. It's okay, this is who I am. So you can really know when things get tested. So who are you at that point? So who do you choose to be? So I really like that part. And It's really, really interesting to know. So thank you very much, Doctor, for that for that short but very, very loaded speech. And also, yes, thank you, Doctor. All right, so we will just move on now, and please, okay, I can see the comment coming in. Yes, yes, please. The comment needs to come in because this is, though brief, but a lot was actually said. Thank you, Doctor. Really interesting to know that. And yeah, so I believe that all of us here will get to put this into practice more, understanding this foundation when it comes to integrity. So it's not just about doing things and all of that. You need to understand the human part of it. You need to also understand the consistency as well. All right. So integrity is not who you are. Yeah, yeah. So somebody also dropped it. This is actually very interesting to see. Okay, so we'll move on now. We're going to invite our next keynote speaker to come up on board and share with us. I'm trying to see. Okay, so, okay, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So I can see, yes, integrity is so important as we build technologies. Yes, yes, very, very true. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that feedback. And yes, so let's move on now. So we are also going to be we're going to hear from another powerful person. I'm just trying to check if she's here with us already. And Casper, is she here with us already? I mean, the next keynote speaker.
Okay, I think
Confirm.
she's not here yet. She told me that she's still on transit, so that she's on her way home. So maybe we can move to the next person.
Okay, is the next person here?
Yes,
Thanks. Delight. Is she here?
yes, yes, she's here.
Okay, 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 okay. That's
Okay,
fine. Thank you very much.
I think
Yeah.
she's here. I think the next person, Miss Ejiro, is here.
Hey, Jerome Mercy. Oh, okay, okay. Wow, wow, that's so nice. Yes, yes. So really nice. Hey, Jerome, Mercy. I'm told she's here with us on the call. Okay, so I will just be inviting her up to take up on the next session. So
Okay, she said that she's still on transit, but we can still call the next person. Maybe
okay,
after
okay.
the
So
light,
let's
she can come up. Yeah.
okay. So let's move on to the next person. That's Delight. She's here, right?
Yes. Let me check
Okay,
again.
okay. That's fine. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, so we are going to be moving on to the next session. So you can see that is interesting so far. If you missed doctor session, you really need to stay here so you can hear from others. It really started very well. So we are going to be getting to hear about why learning online is your greatest advantage. Wow, this is another interesting topic, and this will be taken by Delight Uche Aniche. So I would just speak maybe before I invite her to come on board briefly for just a short note. So Delight is a tech ecosystem builder, business leader, minister, and certified master trainer and coach with over 20 years of experience. So she leads Future Sphere Business and Innovation Hub and co-directs Startup South Enterprise Development. She's also head and admin of People at Avila and he's and founder of River Products, a licensed minister and founder of Pure Grace Ladies. She blends kingdom values with innovation, equipping people to lead boldly in faith and enterprise. She's married to Uche Aniche, and they are blessed with Avila, Ziv, and Eri. Wow, this is so nice. Welcome. Please, can we give a virtual clap as we make welcome Delight to take us on this next session. Please over to you, Delight, if you're on the call, please. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. So good to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Sharing my screen already. All right. It's quite an exciting time and an exciting day. And I'm particularly excited for Casjoe today for an amazing product launch. I want to salute Ranmali Broker for the first speech she already gave. So good to meet you, ma'am, and hearing you as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, this particular topic we're about to talk about is one I'm passionate about. And for whatever reason, Casper chose to give me that to talk about. And Faith, thank you so much for anchoring this event as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the next 15 minutes, more than 7,000 people around the world will enroll in an online course. Yeah. Some of them will gain the skills to double their income. Some will start a business. And some, like a farmer in Ghana, I will tell you about somehow in this, as we move forward, will transform their entire community. The question today is simple. Will you be one of them? Will you be one of them? 20 years ago, your future was shaped by where you were born. Today, your future is shaped by what you can learn online and how fast you learn it. Right now, as we gather here, someone in Accra is mastering digital marketing on their phone. Someone in Dhaka is learning cybersecurity at midnight. Someone in Sao Paulo is learning Python from a free YouTube channel. Yeah, because that's where we are right now. The world has changed. The knowledge is now borderless. And in this new era, online learning is the greatest advantage of your time. So today we are talking about why learning online is your greatest advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I recognize you and your presence here, global innovators, digital builders, and lifelong learners. It is an honor to speak to you today. Like I said, on a topic that is not only reshaping industries, but rewriting destinies. Why learning online is your greatest advantage. It's because we are living in the most opportunity-rich era in human history. Knowledge has been democratized. Geography no longer determines your greatness. Skill is now the currency of global relevance. And the internet is the marketplace. It might just be important for us to look at what online learning is, just to help some of us who are not already captivated with the whole idea of online learning. So let's start from the bottom and then work upwards. Online learning is a delivery of education, training, and skills through digital platforms. Accessible anytime, anywhere, through computers, tablets, or even mobile phones. But it is more than, videos and models. It is a gateway to global classrooms, a bridge between local learners and world-class experts, and a launchpad for economic empowerment, especially in emerging markets. This is the reason it is the ability to sit in Lagos, Nairobi, London, or Port Harcourt and gain the same knowledge once locked inside universities or million-dollar boardrooms. Let's progress to looking at the benefits of online learning. Number one, it saves time. It saves time and accelerates mastery. Studies show that online learning helps learners complete courses 40 to 60% faster than traditional classroom. At the same time, learners retain 25 to 60% more information. That means you learn faster and remember more in a world where skills expire quickly and speed is power. Number two, global access and equal opportunity. According to UNESCO and the World Economic Forum, over 1.2 billion people shifted to online learning during COVID-19, creating a global acceleration unlike anything in educational history. Today, more than 100 million people enroll in online courses every year across platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and edX, and of course, transcending again to Casjoe as their product launches today. So online learning tears down boundaries and barriers that once felt permanent. The next benefit is flexibility and personalized learning. A report by McKinsey shows that 65% of online learners say flexibility is the number one reason they succeed. So learners retain 25 to 60% more information when learning online compared to traditional classrooms. Why? Because online learning adapts to the learner, not the other way around. So it's no longer you adapting to the curriculum of the online learning. No, the curriculum now is designed for you, who is the online learner. And that is something very beautiful. The next benefit is affordability and massive cost saving. Research published by University of Illinois shows that online programs cost 40 to 60% less to deliver and to consume compared to traditional education. This means learners can upskill without going into debt. How about the next interesting benefit? Career and income growth. According to Coursera 2024 Global Skills Report, we also found something interesting, that 77% of people who take online professional courses experience career benefits. 37% increased their income within months. And of course, employers now value skills over degrees, making online certificates or certifications globally competitive. And I love to talk about this one. It's now a gateway for Africa and emerging markets growth. That's, a very important benefit for us, especially from the continent that is still upcoming, that is classified as emerging markets. It has become a gateway for us. Why? We found again by a study from African Development Bank that digital learning can increase productivity in African SMEs by up to 25%. So every 10% increase in internet access corresponds to 1.5% growth in GDP. Yeah. So this is why digital learning is not just personal empowerment, it is national development. Before we go to see the short case study I have there, I would like to mention this one more benefit, all right, which is speed and agility. Learning at the pace of innovation. Technology cycles are now measured in months, not years. The World Economic Forum predicts that 50% of all employees will need reskilling by 2027. So you see, we are in these things together and we have to embrace it. So only online learning can update skills at the speed industries are changing. Now let's look at this beautiful case study of a farmer in Ghana who became a digital entrepreneur. So let us bring this home. So in 2023, a maize farmer from the eastern region of Ghana faced severe losses because pests were destroying his crops. He could not afford expert agronomists and, being able to travel to workshops or maybe big seminars were very costly, and he couldn't afford that. So one day he discovered a free online agricultural course delivered on YouTube. Okay. And then from YouTube to WhatsApp. So he learned modern pest control techniques, improved planting cycles, and basic bookkeeping. And most importantly, how to use his smartphone to access market prices in real time. So within one planting season, this is what happened. His harvest increased by 40%. He reduced losses by more than half. He began teaching other farmers on WhatsApp. Today, he runs a micro digital consulting group supporting over 200 farmers. What changed his life? What? It is access to online learning, not a degree, not travel, just knowledge delivered through a mobile phone. This story is a mirror reflecting what is possible for anyone willing to learn online. And that is why it is the greatest advantage. Yes, because online learning affords us speed, global exposure, affordability, flexibility, direct access to the skills that create income, innovation, and impact. The ability to reinvent your life from wherever you are. And this to me is amazing. Okay. In closing, once again, I would say to us, ladies and gentlemen, that we are standing at the gates of the greatest democratization of knowledge in human history. For the first time ever, your location does not limit you. Your background does not define you. Your opportunities are not restricted by borders anymore. The most powerful passports in the world today is your ability to learn online. If you can learn online, you can compete globally. If you can learn online, you can earn globally. If you can learn online, you can create, build, innovate, and transform lives. Yeah. But before you can transform other lives, you have to start with your own. There are two choices that you can make today. Walk backward into comfort or step forward into a global future that rewards those who learn fast. If there has ever been a time to invest in yourself, that time is now. If there has ever been a tool to give you an edge, that tool is online learning. So here is my call to you today. Choose growth, choose skills, choose global relevance, choose online learning. Because the greatest advantage you can give yourself is the decision to keep learning. The future belongs to the skilled now, and the skilled are being made online. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. That's actually a very wonderful one from Delight on online learning. Thank you. Please, I love emojis for her. I love emojis, please. Please, let's keep that coming. Just send her plenty of emojis. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. So I'm sure we all got one or two things from that. Yes, so a lot of us have actually learned online, and we have seen the advantage of doing that. And also, we also want to say, okay, it's a very good platform that everyone should explore online learning. So if you see opportunity to, please do. And online certification. So these days, I imagine then you have to go physical to understand, even taking master's programs and all that. But these days, you see them reaching out to you. You can have study your master's, you can do this degree, you can have this done 100% online. Yeah, so if you're still there and you're still wondering, how do I actually connect, how do I engage this, please do find a way and ensure you join this movement. And also, if you're a business owner out there and you have businesses to run, you do training, so you may also need to consider virtual options as well. Yes, flexibility is the key right now. So thank you very much to Delight for that interesting session. So I do not know if Ejiro is ready right now or if we should still move on. So Casper, please can you confirm?
All right, let me confirm.
Okay, so but then do we have John Daniel on the call?
Let me go.
So do we have to, I need to know the speakers available so it's easier for us to just call them in when it's time.
Yeah.
So but before then, if you have, okay.
I think we have almost Cedric on call, and I think this is you can give him the okay. Jiro is still on transit, but we have Ono Cedric. I think Ono Cedric is online. Then after Ono Cedric, we can go with Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank
Okay.
Hiraham. Yes.
Okay,
So
okay. So
we can
okay,
take
that's
Mr. Frank Hiraham since he's online now. Yeah.
okay. That's interesting. I think we'll just go on with that. Welcoming Mr. Frank Iroham. So this session will now be on the future of smart infrastructure, making system work better. Wow, this is amazing. So making system work. I don't know how many persons are already expecting so much from those topics. Aha. So I'm just going to read this profile very, very quickly. So Frank Hiroham is a cloud and DevOps engineer and Gen AI solutions architect with over 6 years of experience designing secure, scalable, and highly available infrastructures on AWS. Currently a DevOps data engineer at Capital One. He integrates large language models with cloud services like Amazon, Bedrock, and SageMaker to deliver intelligent cloud-native solutions skilled in Terraform, Kubernetes, and CV. Did I pronounce it well? CVCD automation.
Yes,
Frank
you
has
did.
led multiple enterprise Gen AI deployments across finance, healthcare, and retail sectors. A strong collaborator and problem solver. So he bridges technical innovation with business strategy to drive operational excellence and measurable impact. Please, with a virtual ovation clap, please let's make welcome Frank Iroham for the session. So over to you, Frank. You're welcome, and we're so happy to have you.
Thank you, everyone, for this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here at Casjoe Virtual Launch. Thank you, Casper, for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. Like our moderator just stated, Miss Faith, today I'm going to be touching on the future of smart infrastructure, making systems work better, right? So, let's just dive right in. Let's be honest, right? The way we transact or the traditional commerce today and business system across Africa is quite fragmented. So it's mostly manual and quite not working. So you have small businesses that still rely on paper records, right? And WhatsApp groups for their management of the inventory. And the banking infrastructure, while we're still improving it, still leaves millions unbanked or underbanked. So, so here's the thing. So these challenges are also opportunities, which I think we can really expand on. So here in Africa, We know that we don't need to replicate these legacy systems that all these Western economies built over decades, right? We do have a unique opportunity to leapfrog, right, and leverage, what we currently have. In Nigeria alone, for instance, we have over 100 million people that are connected online, and then we have over 51 million, 51 million people active on WhatsApp, which is huge. So we do have the infrastructure there. So we just need to build smarter systems on top of it. And that brings me to what I want to discuss today, which is the AI revolution. So the technology, everyone is talking about AI this, AI that. So let's just cut through the noise. Um, we will have to understand the AI is not here to take everybody's job. Like the whole if you've seen the movie The Terminator, everybody's afraid of AI, right? Which we shouldn't be. So with AI, we can have positive impact. We can have where we can handle tags that are quite ongoing. So all this stuff that repeats itself. So it's just like customer service, basic troubleshooting. So we can actually free all those tasks so that way the business owners, people can focus on more things for the business to scale. So my take is AI is an amplifier, right? So it amplifies what you put into it, good or bad. So the future isn't about replacing humans with machines. It is actually about how we work together and build systems that will benefit everybody. So let's build smart and not expensive. For instance, when I was part of this venture lab, that my sister here that was on too, was a program. So my team and I were able to build and scale tech solutions, uh, on a budget. So they had, things like, credits from Google and all these tools that helped us to build a solution in the ed tech space, right? So that let me know, just like our last speaker touched on, she said, if you're able to get online, you have access, you can actually learn. So that can really open businesses and say, hey, look, how can I leverage the tools already out there? Or how can I work together with the solutions or the products that Casper is unveiling, right? To now focus on the business aspect of running the business efficiently. So I think this launch is going to help a lot of businesses so they can really say, hey, look, where am I slacking? Where am I lacking? When we use all of the tools that he's proposing, right? So my thing is, I'm going to touch on my case study. For instance, at my job, currently at Capital One, we have our development teams where we're always having problems with all the technical incidents, right? So this would delay all their workflows, and like the support queue would just be causing issues with with our management systems. So we have all the engineers that were always stuck with the same issues over and over. So the root cause I figured out were unclear troubleshooting procedures. Knowledge was scattered all over across board. And I said, hey, look, how can we fix this? So that's where my solution came in, which I built a knowledge management system. So what I did was I had, I put all the articles in Jira, or what's known as Confluence, documentation for the common issues and their root causes. And I had to I put them up, a step-by-step solution, and then I created what's called a playbook for the responses, so the teams could easily self-serve and resolve the issue, without waiting for support. And then I also built, this AI chatbot that can leverage all these playbooks to now have the engineers, work the support queue without, focusing on it for hours. So the result on the system I built had 30% reduction in all the support tickets, and then we have 40% decrease in the response time for the incidents. So this caused all the new engineers that were coming for a faster team onboarding, so that all the engineers can focus on high priority development work, right? So this is what I mean by making systems work better. So you know, uh, lastly, what I want to really touch on is, what I call to action. So my challenge to you today is, whether you're a business owner, a developer, a student, or policymaker, just start small and think in systems and build for your users, right? So go do your legwork, do your feasibility studies, ask questions, and build structures that will work. And, like I said, we have an infrastructure, so we do need to leverage on that, right? And I'm going to leave you with a case study again. So just go ahead and do your due diligence. Go on Google and look up the business called Blockbuster. So Blockbuster versus Netflix. If you could do that, and just let me know what you find. So we cannot wait in the shadows while people become disruptive, right? So we have the tools at our fingertips. And lastly, I'm gonna leave you with a quote that I came up with yesterday while I was thinking. So whenever you're building from the ground up, having the best team is like your structure and foundation before painting the house or putting up a roof. Thank you for having me. God bless.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you so much, Frank. Yeah. So you're having the best team is part of the structure. So thank you very much for sharing all that with us. So he actually said we can look at something so you don't have to wait. You need to also ensure that you're also doing your own and using the tools available to catch up with technology. All right. Thank you very much, Frank, for sharing that with us. We really appreciate your time. And everyone, please send your virtual claps and love to Frank for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're just going to move on. I'm happy to announce to welcome a very amazing person. Pike is on the call with us. Pike is the team lead, Gopa worldwide consultant. So I'm going to invite Pike for a remark. I don't know if Pike is here. Pike, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh yeah,
Hi,
that's
Faith.
Pike.
Hi, Faith.
Hi, Pike. Yeah, please.
And
Yeah,
happy Sunday to all of us. It is for some of us, it is the second Advent. For others, it is a very important Sunday because we are moving closer to the end of this year. And with that, we are then also seeing somehow the end of a really long year. Casper, you've been part of this year in my life, both as a person, but also as a professional. I want to celebrate you. Today is really the opportunity to celebrate you, to celebrate your courage, to celebrate your wisdom, but also your vision. You are well ahead of your very illustrious community, and you are seeing opportunities. You are seeing a path where many of us are still struggling with challenges and with maybe blockages. So congratulations. I really want to celebrate you as a friend, but also as a professional. What we are witnessing now, and I think it is in a way all interrelated and interconnected. What we are witnessing increasingly, and I think we need to be very happy of being part of this time, is that we as Africans, we as people in Africa, we as people looking after Africa and Africa's fortunes, we are increasingly bold enough to stand up and look for our own solutions. And that is important. It all has started with the Googles out there, and they would always be our reference point, and many a times quite scary because it is all very Eurocentric and very, very northern hemisphere oriented gibberish which is being thrown at us, both in terms of lingua, but also in terms of solutions, totally detached from our realities. And what has happened is that many of us would even work towards providing content for those solutions and those platforms, whilst we were too shy and perhaps also too timid to go out and be bold enough and say, no, we can do it for ourselves. We have an obligation to do it for ourselves. And that is why I personally am very happy to be with you here today, but also why I am associating myself with Casper, because we need to celebrate each and every African who is bold enough to stand up and to create solutions for Africans from within Africans, not diaspora and the Japa ones. They are definitely very, very, very valuable to us and our existence. But at the end of the day, it is us who live in our context here and who know what it means to find solutions and to drive solutions. It is Casper who knows about the bandwidth challenges in Kanu. And Kanu is the largest commercial hub in Nigeria. It is Casper who will find solutions, even for those who have very limited infrastructural access, because we know about it. And I've very often come across this notion, in Africa, we are having all this wonderful infrastructure already in place, and it is just for us to now go and harvest. The truth is that the infrastructure is not particularly good. And the infrastructure, in fact, needs very innovative solutions and very special solutions. And AI offers these. Yes, it is true. But even there, we need people like Casper who are then having the courage to also try it out. And that, I think, is something I have come to appreciate the most with Casper. We have been implementing across Nigeria a range of entrepreneurship development initiatives with different angles and different focuses. But what I think Nigeria needs, what we in Africa need, we need people who are willing to do. We're tired of the talkers. We are tired of those who produce nice papers and nice texts and refer us to nice write-ups. We need people who are bold enough, who are courageous enough, who are also supported sufficiently, yes, but who are courageous enough to say, let us do it. Let us start. And even if that means to start small and start gradually and learn from the mistakes we are encountering in our journey. Let us be courageous enough to learn from mistakes. Mistakes are the best departure points for improvement and for learning. So let us just be very, very honest here. We are not looking at a Casjoe AI platform which will be perfect from the word go. It is development. And what is development? Development is deliberate change, is progressive, deliberate change. And let us all embrace this progressive, deliberate change, the way Casper is spearheading it. And let us celebrate you, Casper, today for having the courage and the wisdom to take us into different spaces, some spaces where we may be a little bit cautious and worried, but in other spaces, I'm very sure you will know us. Sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good.
Thank you very much, Pike, for that. So please let's send our clapping emojis to say thank you to Pike for that brief remark. Yes, so I'm also going to be calling Cedric Abraham Ono for another remark as well. So Cedric is a digital transformation consultant recognized for advancing enterprise digitalization, cloud adoption, and inclusive digital programs across Nigeria. So he has worked with national institutions and global partners to shape MSMEs, focus digital skills, tailored infrastructures, and policy interventions. So Cedric also leads Lawinde Free Limited, a growth stage technology enterprise delivering smart digital operations and structured upskilling through embedded platforms. So he is backed by strong technical capacity, ecosystem influence, and a commitment to empower millions of African businesses and institutions through scalable tools, efficient system, and sustainable growth engines. So please, let's make welcome Cedric as he takes us this next part. Just a brief remark, very short. Thank you very much. Over to you, Cedric. Okay, is Cedric still with us?
Yes, I am. Just trying to know if you can hear me.
Oh, yes, but the network is not so strong, but I think we can hear you now. Are you still speaking? Okay. I guess why Cedric is trying to speak.
I do accept that the network seemed to be a bit not okay. So I made request that you progress because I noticed that my location's network is very poor this time, please.
Oh, okay. Yes, I copy that. So I get that. That's fine. That's fine. So we'll just move on. I noticed Kisi Uchendu is on the call with us. I don't know if Kisi is still with us. Is Kisi still with us, please?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to call you up next for this session. Yes. So Kisi is going to be talking to us on so we're going to be giving another insight, special insight, and so on the secret behind my business success. Yes. So it's going to be sharing this with us, the secret behind my business success. This is going to be coming from Mrs. Kisi Uchendu. So is she with us? Okay, Casper, please confirm if Kisi is here, please. Hello, Casper.
Yes, sorry. Okay, so we have a Jiro. I don't know if it's nice to we can welcome
okay,
Ejiro.
Ejiro is back now, right?
Yes,
Ejiro is back. Oh,
yes.
okay. Ejiro, please can you say hi?
Hi,
Ejiro,
good
can you say? Oh, yeah, finally we have Ejiro. Good afternoon. So please, before Ejiro comes up, Ejiro is going to be speaking on a very interesting topic as well, policies that shape digital business growth. Yes, so she's going to be talking about policies that shape business growth. So I'm just going to quickly welcome her. So Ejiro is a social impact and digital policy professional with expertise in public policy, technology, and inclusive development. So since 2021, she has led advocacy initiatives advancing democratic rights, digital inclusion, and sustainable livelihood for women and youth in undeserved communities. Skilled in project management, diplomacy, and strategic communication, she designs participatory, community-driven policy solutions, and delivers capacity-building programs that empower marginalized groups to leverage digital tools for advocacy and economic opportunity. Currently a digital policy advisor, she works to create an enabling environment for MSMEs through digital transformation and inclusive policy frameworks. Bilingual in English and French, Ejiro bridges the gap between policy reform and grassroots impact. So please let's make welcome Ejiro as she takes the next section. Over to you, Ejiro. You are welcome, and we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Casper. First of all, apologies, I am late. I was stuck in traffic. Blame it on Lagos. Lagos living. Yeah. And I was stuck in traffic. Yeah, and it's so great to be on this call today. Congratulations, Casper. I'm very happy to talk about something very very dear to me, and it was something that was once quite boring or quite like a big deal or quite a mirage to me. So it's policies. I loved when the facilitator said, "Oh, I'm going to talk about something very interesting." I was like, "Oh yeah, policies is interesting. Wow, that's nice." All right, so I am not going to say like policy is most likely not something very interesting because people feel like it's something very ambiguous, or the terms and terminologies like provisions of a particular policy, or like a tool or an instrument which is given by the government. People see it as somewhat ambiguous, and like, I don't think I'm supposed to be interested in this. I don't think I'm supposed to know much about this. But I love to say I am someone who bridges the gap between policy creation and implementation itself. And I hinge based on the fact that policy is made for the people. It's not just something that is just like in terms of provisions or something that just randomly came from just by the government. Although, yeah, the government makes practical approach. The government, civil society organizations, and private sector organizations make practical approaches to organize or create policies in a participatory way, which is to create policies with influence from the private sector, academia, and all other important sectors in the economy. So why is policy important? First off, policy is literally like the air we breathe. Every little thing, every little of our actions and inactions as human beings all emanate from policy. As long as you are domiciled, or you stay like in a particular region or something, it's always influenced by policy. I mean, Casper wouldn't be able to launch his product today if this particular or key focus or key focus of his business is not backed by policy. He wouldn't have been able to launch this product today. So policy is, like I said, like the air we breathe, something that influences every of our actions and inactions as individuals or people living in society. And it's very obvious, somewhat obvious, that people see some policy as something ambiguous, or I don't really want to interest myself in this, or it's just for people, top people in government, physicians and everything. I was once like that before I entered into the policy sector. And I'm just going to be mirroring on why policy is important for MSMEs. That's my key focus for today. Why is policy important for MSMEs? First off, research and statistics shows that MSMEs make up about 47% of the Nigeria's economy. I'm very sure it's way more than that, because like MSMEs are like the backbone of the Nigeria economy. Literally every nook and cranny of the world, or our society or our country, yeah, we find one MSME or the other. And little to no of these MSMEs know about digital policies or digital policies that back their businesses. And digital policies, like I said, or policies in general, are created to support people, like just to promote the well living or standard of living of a particular people, and which contains provisions. And if these MSMEs do not know about the provisions of a policy that can influence their business positively, I mean, literally, you're the one at I'm trying to use the terminology. You're the one who is losing at the end. I mean, for example, I currently work as a policy advisor, and in my role, I work in supporting the government to implement digital policies in state regions. And so one session we went to, I think that was in Port Harcourt, in Port Harcourt, and we're working to implement to adopt the Nigerian Startup Act in Rivers. And so we're talking about the provisions of the Startup Act and everything to the technical working group in the Rivers State government. And they were so surprised to know about some of these provisions that the Startup Act offers people indigenous in the Rivers State government. And so those are like some of the importance of digital policies. And it's not only for top people, government or civil society workers and everything. It's for individuals, businesses like you and I. Like I said, like people say, once the purpose of anything is not known, abuse is inevitable. And so policies are designed in mind for people to ensure that people have or improve their standard of living. So my own charge today, or basic charge, is to enjoin everyone in your only two way in your businesses to ensure participation in implementation of policies. It could be, maybe not in the policy development cycle. I mean, the government is making practical approaches, for example, like the Ministry of Digital Economy and Communications. I mean, they make practical approaches in co-creating digital policies, and so they extend invitations to the private sector, public sector, and to join in these co-creation sessions. When you see opportunities like that, always also show interest to participate in these co-creation sessions, be it even in the policy implementation processes of a particular digital policy. I enjoin you to also take active step in reading, even if it's summarized versions of briefs about a digital policy, reading them to know some of the provisions that it seeks to influence your business. So that's my charge. I know that sometimes people say, policies might not work in a context like Nigeria, because I mean, like we're in a heterogeneous society with different cultures, barriers, and everything, and the gap between the urban center and the rural center is quite wide, so it might be hard for policy implementation to really thrive. But policy implementation cannot work except we all participate in the implementation of these policies, you and I. So my own charge is, ensure you participate in the implementation of these digital policies in your own little way you can. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ejiro. So she has actually given us instructions that we should ensure we participate. Yes, because when the policy is not right, you will realize that it affects businesses and everything. So policy involvement in those policies is actually a core aspect, because it's very key when it comes to businesses and also economic growth and advancement. All right. So before we move on to Casjoe Product Showcase, I've told Kissy is on the call right now, so we initially called her to speak on the secret behind my business success. So she wants to share that. So I don't know if she's here right now, so she can just quickly give us that remark before we have the Casjoe Product Showcase. Kissy, are you here, please? Let us know. Okay, so is she here? All right. So, Casper, we may just need to move on to the showcase right now. So, is that ready?
Yes, we can move on to the showcase, and then when she comes,
Okay.
yeah. All right.
All right. Over to
Welcome.
you, Casper.
All right, thank you. Okay, so I will be sharing my screen. Okay, I want someone to confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, visible.
Okay. Okay, so we have different platforms.
I can see your screen.
All right, thank you. Hold on, let me see if I can share together with the audio. Okay. So these are the platforms that we have. We have Casjoe ERP, we have Casjoe Pay, we have Casjoe Shop, we also have Casjoe Link, we also have Casjoe School, we also have Casjoe Mail. So we have series of products that we have launched. I'm not going to say all of them are perfect, but we are 80% down the line. So, and here we have our ERP, and I'm going to play the video, and then we will see how what we have inside the ERP.
Welcome to Casjoe ERP, where every core business process is fully integrated and managed from a single dashboard. So let's take a quick detailed look at each main menu section and discover how they make daily work easier, faster, and smarter. So we'll begin with the dashboard. The dashboard serves as your real-time personalized control center, instantly displaying your company's most important metrics and activities when you log in. You can customize your view with widgets for financial snapshots, HR updates, current projects, and sales numbers, so you can always see the data that's most relevant to your role. With interactive charts and instant alerts, you can quickly identify trends, track KPIs, and take immediate action to keep your business on target. The next section we have here is the HRM section. The human resource management system streamlines every aspect of employee life cycles. It stores detailed staff profiles, manage hiring and onboarding, track attendance automatically, and digitalize payroll to eliminate manual errors. You can request and approve leave, schedule appointments, and generate compliance-ready HR reports with just a few clicks, creating a smooth experience for both staff and HR teams. Next, we have the accounting system. Casjoe ERP's accounting system automates your financial operations from invoicing to reconciliation. You can easily manage all payables and receivables, monitor real-time account balances, and generate professional audit-ready statements. Built-in controls help manage budgets, detect discrepancies, and provide timely insights to decision makers, so you're always in command of your business financial health. Next, we'll be looking at the
Can
CRM.
you mute Kayode, please?
With the CRM system,
Hey, they help us to mute Kayode, please. Okay, we're sorry about that.
you can build and maintain detailed customer profiles, track sales leads, and manage every interaction in an organized timeline. You can automate follow-up, schedule sales meetings, and convert opportunities into paying customers more efficiently. The CRM analytics highlights your hottest prospects so you can focus on building strong, profitable relationships and grow your business. The next section here we'll be looking at is the project system. The project system helps plan, execute, and analyze all your projects within the project system module. It breaks down projects into milestones and tasks, assigns teams, and monitor deadlines with visual timelines and progress bars. It also provides real-time collaboration, integrated file sharing, and instant notifications ensure everyone stays informed and aligned from kickoff to completion. Next, we have the user management module. The user management section allows you to securely control who accesses what on the platform. You can set up users with personalized rules, adjust permissions as responsibilities change, and enforce security policies to protect sensitive data. You can easily onboard or offboard staff, ensuring your organization remains secure, compliant, and responsive as teams evolve. Next, we have the product systems. The product system section manages your product catalog and inventory in one streamlined workplace. The product system section allows you to manage your product catalog and inventory in one streamlined workspace. You can add new items, update existing products, and track stock levels and movement in real time across multiple locations if needed. It provides automated low stock alerts and product performance analytics that helps you optimize inventory, prevent stockouts, and meet customer demands with confidence. Next, we have the support system section. The support system section is your help desk for resolving both internal and client issues. You can log support tickets, track statuses from open to close, and maintain transparent communication between support teams and users. The automated routing and prioritized workflows ensure quick resolution, boosting satisfaction and accountability. The Zoom meeting section allows you to seamlessly launch, schedule, or join meetings from the ERP platform through Zoom integration. You can link meetings directly to projects, sales activities, or support cases to keep collaboration organized and everyone on the same page. So there's no need to juggle multiple tools because all your communications are central and secure. Next, we'll be looking at the Messenger section. This allows you to stay connected with colleagues through a built-in secure chat and messaging tool, which means you can instantly start group or one-on-one conversations. You can share files and coordinate activities in real time, all without leaving your ERP workspace. The improved communication means your team can respond quickly to changes, questions, or urgent issues. Next, we're looking at the notification template. Here, you can customize system notifications so users receive timely, relevant alerts for approvals, status change, or upcoming deadlines. You can design message templates once, and your ERP will automate communications across HR, finance, project, and support, keeping everyone informed and reducing the risk of missed tasks or errors. And finally, we have the settings section. The settings section puts you in control of your ERP environment. You can adjust company-wide configurations, enable or disable modules, manage integrations, and tailor workflows to suit your business's unique needs. You can also fine-tune user roles, data privacy, and system preferences to ensure Casjoe ERP evolves in sync with your goals. So every menu in the Casjoe ERP is purposefully designed to drive productivity, collaboration, and clarity. With these smart modules working together, your whole business becomes simpler to manage and ready for the future. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. So this is the first video, and then let's go back. We still have another video. We still have other videos that we can play here. So after I play this Casjoe Pay, we will welcome Mrs. Kilsi Uchendo. Then after Mrs. Kilsi Uchendo, I can still play the Casjoe Shop, the Casjoe link. Then after that, we will now have Dr. Emmanuel on board. So let me just play this Casjoe Pay. Then after the Casjoe Pay, we will welcome one of our key insights. Thank you.
Thank that. Well,
all right, so okay, let's just play this before we welcome Mrs. Kilsi.
In this video, we'll give you a clear overview of Casjoe Pay, a secure and flexible platform designed to help you manage money digitally. We'll explain each of the main menu features, showing how Casjoe Pay makes it easy to deposit, send, receive, and track your funds all in one convenient place. So whether you're new to digital payments or looking to get more from the platform, this guide will help you understand how Casjoe Pay can streamline your financial life. The dashboard is the first feature in the Casjoe Pay platform, and it is your personal finance command center. Here, you immediately see your wallet balance, recent transactions, and shortcuts to key actions like deposit, withdrawal, or sending money. Custom alerts keep you informed about incoming funds, pending requests, or important updates, making it easy to manage your accounts at a glance. Next, we have the deposit money section. In the deposit money section, you can fund your Casjoe wallet quickly and safely. You can choose your preferred method, be it bank transfer, card, or voucher, and follow the guided steps to complete your deposit. Funds are then instantly available, ready for spending, transfers, or providing liquidity for your daily needs. Next, we have the virtual cards. The virtual card section helps you shop securely online. It creates a card on demand, set limits, and use it for e-commerce, subscriptions, or payments where you want extra privacy. Each card comes with detailed spending controls and transaction history, giving you peace of mind and flexibility. We'll also be looking at the withdrawal section. This is used when you need to move money out of Casjoe Pay. Withdrawals let you transfer your funds to your bank, another wallet, or even as cash vouchers. You can start the process, select the amount and destination, and receive rapid confirmation once the transfer is complete. It provides clear records that help you track every withdrawal and manage your liquidity. And then we have the send money option. The send money section makes it simple to transfer funds to anyone, be it friends, family, freelancers, or vendors within the Casjoe network. You input the recipient's details, choose the amount, add a note if necessary, and approve the transfer. The recipient is then notified immediately. This feature supports instant payments and ensures every transaction is logged for future reference. Next, we have the request money section. If you need to make payments, the request money feature helps you send formal requests to others. You specify the recipient, the amount you're requesting, and the reason for the request, and then you can send your request. The platform keeps track of status and automates reminders.
Okay, so due to time, we want to close this as fast as at least by 6:30. I won't be playing all of these videos. So one of the things that we will do is that we will go back to this platform and then we can easily watch the whole videos. We can easily watch the whole videos on our own private time. So we have all of these videos are here. So what you just have to do is you click on event.casjoe.com, but don't go now. After the whole session, I will share the link. Then we can now go and watch all the videos. Then you can now go and sign up and start using the platform. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I think Mrs. QC Uchendo is here. So let me do a little bit of Faith Desmond rule now. Okay, so so Mrs. QC is one of the leading person in terms of clickbait shop, in terms of uh, doing cake in Port Harcourt, and then I happens to also attend one of the biggest events about people that are into catering and the rest of them. So, and Mrs. QC will be sharing us one of the insight of what is making her business successful. So I know that the time is small, but within the next 10 minutes, after that, we can now welcome Dr. Emmanuel on board. Okay.
Hello, good evening. I hope I'm unmuted. Good evening, good evening. Congratulations, Casper. This is amazing. This is really amazing. I like the way you step forward boldly. So this evening, I'm here to talk briefly about my business success, although I don't see it as holistically as success already, because we are a moving train. We're just, moving entrepreneur every day, taking one step at a time and one day at a time. And this that you've done today is one way we have been successful or been successful in our business, taking bold steps daily. I've coined out an acronym, APPLE, as a very brief summary of how I can explain my success in business. Like I said, I'm not seeing it that way yet, but taking baby steps. After a while, you turn back and you see you've gone a mile already. So baby steps every day helps us. So for my APPLE acronym that I have put together, I stack the APPLE. The A is for appetite. You must desire to grow. You must desire to be somewhere you're not already. And every day with that dream and that desire, it pushes you. So we at Clean Bake Shop, we've looked around. I actually met Casper in one of our digital training sessions, and that's because I wanted to learn better. I wanted to use AI in my baking business and not do the contemporary bake and sell. And after that, I thought of ways of digitalizing these platforms and, not just for myself, but people around me, and making things better in our field. So we had gone just from baking and serving clients to servicing people out of our sector and out of our niche, or even out of our geographical location, online and otherwise. And in my APPLE acronym also, there's perseverance. It hasn't been easy. I was online a few minutes ago, but I had gone out from this page. I was just like, where did I keep my mute button? Because we learn every day. I don't have Zoom calls every now and then, but for every opportunity I find, I learn. So as an entrepreneur, we have perseverance as our backbone. We must push. We must push with confidence every day, and it applies to every one of us. And this is also another reason we have been in business, and we're finding ourselves one step ahead each day. So meeting people, knowing people, and learning from people is the next P. So you must not be an island, whether it be online or physically. Once you meet people, you're open to learn. You're open to learn something. Imagine how many platforms Uncle Casper is launching today. Amazing. It has pushed me. I was just looking through. I'm like, all these your online courses, you just need to move. And he knows very soon I'll call him. I'm having issues here. How do we sort it out? So, once you meet people that influence you for good, it's a beautiful one, and you must leverage on that. That's the next point of my APPLE, APPLE. Leverage on that. You must leverage on AI tools, personalities, motivation. You just have to hop in and do it early. Early is the E and the last one. Whatever the thoughts come, whatever the connection, the motivation, you do it early. I remember when we were in class one of those days, and then you have an issue, you just, maybe with any of the chatbots, you find how to solve your problem. The next point is download an app that helps you solve the problem. And that's it. The next minute, you have solution for your problem. That's if it's already existing. And if it's not in existence, just like Casper is doing, launch a product, design a product, or go back into your workspace and see how this can work. So with these few points and daily learning, leveraging on people, technology, and your environment, being around people that make you grow and you're better, persevering, waking up every day to know that you must be better. You must be better. With that huge appetite of success behind it, there's no way you can't grow in your business, just the way we've been doing baby steps, and we're growing gradually. So I feel I'll be able to share a few steps that has helped us grow in business, although we're still learning and we're still growing. Summarily.
Wow. Yeah.
So summarily, as entrepreneurs, every day is a learning day, and every day is a motivation day. So we hop on the back of this, and then we keep succeeding. All the best. Congratulations once more, Casper.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really, really amazing to hear your acronym APPLE. Wow, that's nice. And thank you very much for putting that in the chat session. That's appetite, perseverance, people, leverage, early. Wow. Really, really amazing. Well done. Please let's give a virtual clap. So Casey for that interesting
Thank you.
insight. Yes,
Thank
from
you.
business. So please, it means that we all need to keep moving, leverage opportunities around us, like what we are doing right now. So we are connecting with a lot of keynote speakers, people that have gone ahead, explored a lot of digital tools and all that. So it's good to connect and leverage the network as well. All right, so we are going to move on quickly to invite our next and final keynote speaker for the day to talk on grants and opportunities for SMEs, how to get funded. Yes, because using digital tools, you need funds to invest in digital tools. So if you want to move, you want to establish, you want to ensure that you explore this part of what we are saying right now. You need funds. So how can we access this fund? So that's what Dr. Emmanuel is going to be talking about briefly. So I'm just going to welcome him with this brief profile. So Emmanuel Odumusi is a project manager and business analyst with 13 plus years of experience driving digital transformation and enterprise development across 21 countries. So he has worked with global organizations, including the EU, World Bank, ECOWAS, GIZ, and IFAD. A PMP certified professional with a doctorate in business administration. Emmanuel has led major multi-country initiatives such as the USD 386 million ROG project supporting SME growth and off-grid energy markets. His expertise spans digital strategy, business analysis, and BDS ecosystem development, alongside extensive experience in capacity building and innovation systems. He is a winner of the Canadian Nigerian Investment Forum Business Competition, a member of the PMI and IBA, and author of the UN Team and Lead Right. Please let's join me to welcome Dr. Emmanuel as he takes on the next section. So please just virtual claps and emojis coming in. Let's welcome Dr. Emmanuel. Over to you, Doctor. You're
Thank you
welcome,
very
and we are
much.
so happy to have you.
Thank you very much, Casper. I would like to say congratulations on this big milestone. A lot of people desire to have this, but you've been able to do a lot. So congratulations again. And congratulations to everyone on this platform. So all the previous speakers, thank you for honoring Casper Joe. Is a worthy person that you want to listen to and you want to support. So I'll just spend about 3 to 5 minutes touching the key elements of assessing funding. One thing I would like to change in the mindset is funding is not exclusive to some people. The major problem and the major issue so far has been preparedness. And the question I would like you to take home is, are you investment ready? Now, being investment ready means that, do you have your structure? Do you have your financial transparency? Do you have your market feasibility and traction? Do you have your operational data and readiness? Do you actually have your narrative? Interestingly, when Casper was sharing this product, I see that anybody that is serious about assessing grants, assessing funding, assessing opportunities would jump on this because it helps you, the platform and the project helps you understand your business better, financing, customer relationship, project management. It has almost all the features you need to be investment ready. Now, most times people do assess this because they say, oh, what they're asking for is a lot. But what they're asking for or what people ask for, donors ask for is not a lot. It's just because you've not structured what you have to fit what they want. So are you legally formalized? That will be so I'm going to read the list of checklists. Now, interestingly, some of these checklists, I'm sure Casper is looking at it and they're going to be on the platform. Some of them are already on the platform because I'm sure you can't register the business on the platform if you are not a registered business. You can't come and scam people on the platform. So yes, do you have your CSA? Do you have your memorandum of understanding of association? If you have that, good checklist. Do you have your tax compliance? Do you have your thing, and have you done your tax clearance? That's what any grant person, anybody that is giving out grants would expect. Do you have the licensing that is required? Or any form of permit, SON, NAFDAC, and co, another checklist. Do you have board of directors or advisors if you don't have directors, or you are the only person that owns everything about the business? You're not looking at having a proper team to implement. Do you have your account audited? Do you have your statement of account, your income statement, balance sheet, or cash flow? Do you have your customer acquisition plan or structure? Do you even have a CRM, that's customer relationship management software or platform? Do you have a way of managing your finances? Do you have a way of visibility? The shop that Casper Joe has is there for visibility, for people to know about you, for you to be able to sell your product, to be able to know how many products you're selling, what you're offering, what you're not offering, for visibility. Now, any entrepreneur that does not have market visibility, cannot even say, oh, this is my total addressable market, that cannot say this is the way I'm doing traction, this is the way I'm being competitive in the industry, this is my go-to strategy, then you're playing. But if you actually are serious, platforms like this gives you the opportunity to have most of this checklist and make you ready, fit, and positioned for opportunities that you've been praying for, you've been dreaming for, you've been desiring. Also, apart from the market aspect, another checklist is your operation and data readiness. Do you have a digital repository for your activities, your legal, financial, product documentation, and all? Because you might say, oh, it's how do I do this? The platform will provide all this. Talk to Casper. I'm sure he will make sure all this are structured, that with your business online on the platform, you gain the visibility, you get the traction, you have a shop, you get everything you need for you to be investment ready. So your control, how about your accounting, your HR infrastructure, your scalable technology, and all this. Now, to round up, funding is not restricted to a sect of people. The only problem, and the major problem, is most people are not ready to access funding. Why? Because they're not leveraging on technology now. You don't need to know how to do a balance sheet. You don't need to even be a digital marketer. You don't need to know how to be a legal person to develop memorandum of understanding or have a team. You don't need to be an HR professional. When platforms like this can give you one or two or three of the things you need for you to gain the visibility you need, for you to be positioned to access the next funding. So I would advise that listen well, watch well, and maximize the opportunities this platform is giving you to be investment ready. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's actually very interesting. Thank you so much, Doctor. Yes, thank you, Emmanuel, for helping us share that checklist. Yeah, so this is actually interesting, and you mentioned the shop and also the aspect of tax compliance. I know a lot of persons, especially our MSMEs, are like, how do I do this? In fact, when you mention the tax, they are so scared. I don't have this, I don't have that, not knowing that it's actually not that difficult. Just have your proper records and all that. So a new tax reform is even coming up, and you need platforms, digital platforms, to help you with your bookkeeping, because you want to do it manually, I'm telling you, get bored. You get bored and tired. In fact, keeping track becomes very difficult and bulky. So you need to be able to account for everyone there in your business, so you don't pay excess tax. Yes, so you can get some waivers and all that if you keep the records properly. So thank you very much, Dr. Emmanuel, for that tips and for sharing that. I'm sure a lot of persons here are already inspired, knowing that really it's just business is not being ready. The grants of funding opportunities are available everywhere. So if you want to check, you can go online. Every day you get to see a lot of alerts dropping, especially if you are signed up on Google Alerts. You get to see a lot coming in, grant opportunities and a lot. But then how do I access it? Just being ready. So using platforms that make it easy for you and getting your documents ready. So thank you very much to all our speakers. Thank you to all everyone that also shared insights with us and all. Now I would just call for questions. So if you have questions or feedback so far, you would like to share. So you can use you can just signify by raise of hand. There is an option for you to do that on this app, or you can actually use the comment section. So we would like to get your feedback. We would like to also get your questions. If you have questions, you can drop it in the comment section. We want to see that. Okay. Someone said so poetic, finger snaps. Yeah. So our doctor was actually very, so just drop the tips and it hits actually very deep. Thank you. All right. So any question from anyone, please? Okay, so I can see a hand raised. Musa, please, you can go ahead. Unmute your mic and speak, please.
All right, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I really want to congratulate Casper. This is phenomenal, really. And then it's just like I was saying that how great things can actually come from small spaces. Yeah, so this had been quite encouraging. It's not just for Casjoe, it's actually for the entire community. And I know it actually takes a lot of efforts to be able to create these tools and then place them in the hands of users. Yeah, and seriously, there's no better time for this. I think with the SME, MSME, and SME ecosystem, there is quite a lot to leverage upon. And I've worked in spaces as such in the past, and I can tell you the most challenging part of every MSME and SME, especially those that are actually dealing with physical goods, is nothing but inventory management. So if it is fragmented, of course, it's difficult to keep track. But since these tools are available for them, I want to believe that, of course, much more businesses are going to leverage on this. And there's a wealth of what's it called, database for this. I am very open to share with you, so that as part of my encouragement to you, right? There are over 19 million MSMEs and then over 39 million businesses registered. Yeah, registered, formally registered. Yes. So I think great things are with you. Once more, congratulations, Casper, and then thank you also for exposing this wealth of human resource that you have actually showcased to some of us. I listened from start to finish. Wonderful keynote speeches and very insightful. In fact, the last speaker, Casper, I'm going to come for him. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very, very much. And congratulations one more time.
Thank you. Thank you for that inspiring words. Thank you very much. Yeah. So any other person want to share something? Feedback, or you have a question? Any other person? Okay, so since we don't have any other person coming up, so we want to say thank you to everyone that joined. I will invite Casper right now for the closing remark. And okay, over to you, Casper. Closing remarks, please.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Faith. You are doing a very, very good job on this. I must recommend you. All right, so thank you everyone for staying through the whole session. This session is supposed to close by 6 o'clock, and this is 6:10. And another thing I also want to say is, in business, there is every chance to grow. There is every chance to scale. No matter, I don't know how much you are making in your business, but when you come to Casjoe Tech platform, I can assure you that there will be an increase in your business, at least 20% monthly, if you can be able to manage our tools and use these tools effectively. Because the reason I'm saying this is because most of the businesses that we do online is almost a repetitive tasking. We are replying messages and the rest of them. And if you come on the platform and then sign up, and then you are able to use, maybe let's say the ERP platform, you can able to have your leads Because most times the reason why businesses are not succeeding is because they have their files scattered everywhere. They have their leads scattered everywhere. You have your lead over there on WhatsApp. You have your lead over there on the email. So all of this cannot help you stay organized. That's why we have to bring this platform for everyone to be able to use. And that's the good thing is about this platform is that it's absolutely free for nano businesses. Everything that you are using on the platform is 80% free. And the reason we are doing this is that we want Africa to rise. We want every business in Africa to compete with others in US, Canada, and the rest of them. I've been a consultant, business consultant. I've been training a lot of businesses, and all of the whole thing that the challenges they are having is falling on tools which that can help them grow their business. I think I have Dr. Emmanuel hand is raised. Okay, so Dr. Emmanuel, over to you.
Okay, so because I like action and I see that one of to leverage and maximize the platform is about 100,000 naira. I'll be willing to drop 100,000 naira for two people who are willing to do 50-50%. So any serious persons that reach out to you, let them bring their 50%, or if it is whatever you want to distribute, and then that would be a good way to start. Just
Wow,
seriously.
thank you so much. Please clap.
Thank you,
A clap
Doc.
emoji, please. Let's give a clap emoji. Let's give a clap emoji. So that's it. There is every if you are a business person here, and you know most of the platforms, just like the Casjoe Pay, the Casjoe Pay is that you need some small fund to buy virtual card and the rest of that. That's where your money goes in. And then we are having Dr. Emmanuel say that if you can now on the we have funders offer on the platform. Okay, let me just share my slide so that I can talk about the funders offer. Okay, so this is my slide. So this is the funders offer. So the funders offer is we have the funders offer which is 100,000 naira. And now one of the things that this funders offer does is that you access all the whole tools for complete 3 years. For complete 3 years. 3 years. So just like as I was saying that the platform is free for all nano businesses. Yes. Now this funders offer applies to those who have more than 5 stars. Let's say you have 5 stars in your business, in your business. So you have these platforms, both the virtual card, the email marketing platform, just like when you want to send emails, you have this to send, you can send unlimited emails for complete 3 years. That's the funders offer that we are offering. And though this funders offer, I'm trying to close it because we already have a lot of people skew in for this funders offer. Because Dr. Emmanuel said that he will be giving out 100,000 to 2 businesses that can be able to use this platform. That's why I'm saying, okay, let me open this funders offer to you. Now we have the Casjoe Cloud. The Casjoe Cloud is where you have more than 1 terabyte. You have more than 3 terabytes for 3 years. You're using the platform for complete 3 years. As long as the platform is existing, your whole access is there. We have the Casjoe Academy where you can upload your courses. If you are selling any course online, it's totally free. You have the whole money because you have already subscribed to the funders offer. So that is it. And it's at invent.casjoe.com. Invent.casjoe.com. That's where you can see it. Now you can easily say, you can claim the offer here. And another thing is that we're also collecting sponsorship. If you can sponsor us, if you can partner with us, if you can say, okay, I want to sponsor Casjoe for the business, you can easily come and say, okay, I'm sponsoring with the sum of this, with the sum of this. So I don't know if I can have that on the platform. Can I have somebody that can say, okay, I'm going to sponsor this with a sum of 50,000, 10,000, 100,000, and the rest of them. So this is what we are doing, and we are doing it for Africa, and we are doing it for Africa. We are trying to make all the African business rise. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so please, you should clap for Dr. Emmanuel once again for the 100,000 naira grants. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, do we have any question? And I want to call one person to close us in prayer. I want to call one person to close us in prayer. Who should I call? Do we have pastor in this platform? Oh, even if it's not pastor. Is there anyone that says, let me take up the prayer? That means I will call back Faith this month to close us in prayer. Faith, are you here? Okay, let me have Mrs. Delight Uchendo to pray for us. Let me have Mrs. Delight Uchendo to pray for us.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Father, we are so grateful. We are so grateful for what you've done for us today, especially for what you're doing with Casper and his team. We thank you for the brilliance. We thank you for the excellent mindedness that has birthed these growth projects, growth digital products for organizations and individuals. We are so grateful to be part of it. We are so grateful that you have made this to be. So, Lord, we ask that you make it blossom. We ask that you cause hearts, organizations, individuals, even corporate organizations to become interested in Casjoe products. Let the progress and success out of this launch become massive. Thank you for beautiful testimonies that will come out of this. And I want to especially thank you for everyone who spoke in this place today, that you'd bless them, especially for being here. Let the things that they do also do well. Take the things that give them joy and bless it for them. In the name of Jesus. Lord, we give you all the glory. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Amen.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Casper, I guess that brings us to the end of the session today. Thank you for joining, and thank you for your time. Thank you to all our wonderful speakers. Yes, thank you for the comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, so please yeah. So
Thank
please,
you, Mr. Casper. Thank you. I'm really grateful.
yeah.
Everyone.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Casper.
you. Bye for now.
All right. Bye, everyone. God bless. Take care.
Are you done?
Yeah, Mom, I'm done.
Yay.